Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 13, chapter entitled The Stealing of the Boys and Calves by Brahma, text 46. Please repeat after me. Tavat sarve vatsapalaha pashyatah ajasya tatkshanat vyadrishyanta घनश्यामाः पीतकौशेयवाससः तावत् सर्वे वत्सपाला पश्यतो झस्य तत्क्षणात् व्यदृश्यन्त घनश्यामा पीतकौशेयवाससः तावत् सर्वे वत्सपाला पश्यतो झस्य तत्क्षणात् व्यदृश्यन्त घनश्यामा पीतकौशेयवाससः तावत् सर्वे वत्सपाला पश्यतो झस्य तत्क्षणात् व्यदृश्यन्त घनश्यामा पीतकौशेयवाससः तावत् सर्वे वत्सपाला पश्यतो दश माताजी's तावत् सर्वे वत्सपाला तावत् so long sarve all vatsapalaha both the cows and the boys tending them pashyatah while he was watching ajasya of Lord Brahma tatkshanat immediately vyadrishyanta were seen ghanashyamah as having a complexion resembling bluish rain clouds. Pita Kausheyavasasah and dressed in yellow silk garments. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Translation. Then while Lord Brahma looked on, all the calves and the boys tending them immediately appeared to have complexions the color of bluish rain clouds and to be dressed in yellow silken garments. Purport. While Brahma was contemplating, all the calves and the cowherd boys immediately transformed into Vishnumurtis, having bluish complexions and wearing yellow garments. Brahma was contemplating his own power and the immense unlimited power of Krishna. But before he could come to a conclusion, he saw this immediate transformation. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Nitinamine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tavat sarve vatsapalaha pashyato jasya takshanat vyadrishyanta ganashyamaha shama pita kausheya vasasaha. Once again translation. Then while Lord Brahma looked on, all the calves and the boys tending them immediately appeared to have complexions the color of bluish rain clouds and to be dressed in yellow silken garments. Hare Krishna. So here we are continuing to see how Brahma is getting surprises after surprises. In this verse also there is a word Pashyato Jasya Takshanat. So Prabhupada says that Pashyata, while he was watching Ajasya, Lord Brahma, Takshanat, immediately. So every second in this pastime, Brahma was witnessing Pashyato, some surprises. Every second, every step, this leela is full of surprises. Shukadeva Goswami, in the same 10th canto, I think in the next chapter, he says that when a conditioned jiva in this material world, when he wants to perform his so-called pastimes, whatever activities he wants to do, then in those so-called pastimes, every step there is danger. Padam padam yat vipadam. Every step there is danger. And actually to say, even in between those steps also there is danger. It is not that from one step to another step there is gap for the danger. Every step and even in between the steps also there is danger. But in Krishna's pastimes, every step there is surprise. And surprise in the sense that there is, these all are pleasant, wonderful surprises. So therefore, maybe we can put the same sentence, Padam Padam Yad Vipadam, which works for us. For Krishna it is Padam Padam Yad Adbhutam. Every step there is pleasant surprises which Krishna is showing in all the pastimes. And Brahma, in this pastime, especially in Brahma Vimohana Leela, he is witnessing it. He is having the best seat in the stadium to see the dramatic performance of Krishna. In cricket, they use this term that when somebody is playing very nicely, when some batsman is playing very nicely, then they will tell the best seat in the entire stadium to witness that is the person who is standing at the non-striker end, because he is very close and then he is having the best seat, hot seat. Similarly, in this pastime, Brahma is having the best seat. He is witnessing each and every second so many surprises Krishna is throwing upon him. And not only in this pastime, we can say throughout Krishna Leela, from the beginning, right from the beginning. Let us not get into details again, because we can again go into details, but as time limits, let us not go into the details. But we can see right from the beginning, when even the time even before Krishna appeared to perform his pastimes, earthly pastimes, when Kamsa was riding the chariot, taking his beloved sister and brother-in-law, Krishna threw the first surprise. Immediately Akashvani, voice came, "Hey Kamsa, fool, what you are doing? So happily you are driving chariot, so happily you are taking them. Do you know what is going to happen? By you making them join and live together, their eighth child is going to kill you. How fool you are." Then immediately Kamsa gets angry, wants to kill Devaki, and so many things happen. He gets a little bit pacified. But the decision is, he will kill all the children of Devaki, especially the eighth one. but he will kill all the children. So the first child born, he kills. Second child, he kills. Third child, he kills. And when Devaki is conceived for the 8th time, everybody is in a little bit anxiety. What is going to happen? Especially Devaki and Vasudeva. How this child is going to be saved? What we will do? And Krishna throws the next surprise. The way how he appeared and the form how he appeared was unimaginable. The way how he appeared was from heart to heart transformation, not from womb to womb. And the form how he appeared was Chaturbuja form, 400 form. Amazing surprises, one by one. And the process of him going from the jail to Gokul is full of surprises. Doorkeepers sleeping, doors opening, Anantasesha coming as umbrella, Yamuna giving way. And more than all these things, when the pastime of replacing the babies takes place, nobody in the house of Nanda Maharaja know about that. Even in the entire village, nobody knows that this pastime of replacing babies happened. And actually to say, after this incident, further lot of surprises were Krishna was throwing one after another. This terrible demoness, Rakshasi, Putana, when she came, it right from the beginning itself, full of surprises. That how, first of all, she could enter into a village where Krishna is residing. Wherever Krishna is there, it is full of auspiciousness only. So how she could enter? That was the first surprise. But not only with that, she stopped. She entered even inside the house of Nanda Maharaj. Further more surprise. Then more surprise when she entered into the room of Krishna and took him, wanted to feed him her breast milk, which was fully applied with poison. But Krishna, who is Yogeshwara, he did master's degree in throwing surprises, So when Putana was doing all these things, Krishna, he threw another unimaginable surprise of killing her with his very sweet, soft, cute lips. He didn't do anything else. Same thing with all leela. Yesterday Chittari was mentioning about Trinavarta leela, full of surprises. Becoming heavier than the heaviest, becoming lighter than the lightest, then again becoming heavier than the heaviest. Chakatasura leela, Dhamodar leela, everything is full of surprises. But in all those leelas, Yashodama was in the hot seat. Now she was always thinking, what is this? What is this happening? How is this happening? When Putana came and when she got killed, Yashodama was thinking, how did she die? How Krishna, without any even small scratch, is playing on her? When Trinavrata Leela happened, same thing Yashoda was thinking. How this small baby I am not able to lift? Then how this demon was able to carry him that high? Some whirlwind demon carried him. Then breaking of this cart, everything, Yashoda was completely surprised. Even when Yamalajana trees were broken down. How it is possible? Every time this fellow is saved. But in this Leela, for the first time, Brahma, he is in that hot seat instead of Yashoda. Because Brahma himself wanted to be in that situation. He wanted to test the power of Bhagavan. That was the thing, what foolishly he tried to do. He thought, what is this small child? Okay, he's Krishna, Bhagavan, but still some of these activities are not looking exactly like Krishna. Maybe let me try. So he stole the boys, he stole the calves, took them, put them safely in his house, in his abode, Brahmaloka. Then he wants to see, okay, let me see what this fellow is doing. He turns, looks there down, and surprise. What? Again Krishna is playing with the same set of boys and calves, as if nothing happened. So Brahma was completely in shock. What is going on? How is that possible? Maybe did he took them back? Let me once again check in my abode. So again Brahma turns here. He sees same set of boys and calves whom he brought, they are sleeping there. Again he is thinking, what? Then again he looks down, again they are there. So he started scratching his head. And by the way, we know Brahma has 4 heads. He's going on scratching all the 4 heads, but nothing was understandable for him. This is what happens when you foolishly try to test the power and intelligence of Supreme Lord. Because your power and intelligence in front of Supreme Lord's power and intelligence is very insignificant. Yesterday's verse and other verses, we were seeing the example of glowworm in the daytime or darkness of snow in the night time. Even for us, if that example is difficult to understand, already we saw another example that one small mosquito among so many elephants. That's our power. And Srila Prabhupada used to give another example also for comparing our limited power, potency and Lord's unlimited power, potency, intelligence. See, this is the speciality with devotees, that in whatever situation they are, they will see it in perspective of Krishna consciousness. So when Srila Prabhupada, when he was traveling in Jaladuta, Prabhupada had seasickness, so many things. So several times what Prabhupada used to do, he will come out of his cabin in the ship and he will come out and stand and look at the ocean, everything. So several times he saw that, and then several perspective Krishna consciousness things came out for Prabhupada. So in his diary, Jaladuta diary, Prabhupada in one place he writes, by looking at the vast ocean, Prabhupada says that this ocean looks like 40 square miles paper. One paper or sheet. One sheet of 40 square miles. 40 square by 40 miles by 40 miles square. Then next moment Prabhupada says, but actually it is unlimited. So this is called Maya. This is like Maya. So something is visible to you which is factually not. You think like this is only a square, 40 square mile, but it is unlimited. So one time looking at the ocean, Prabhupada, he thought like that. Another time when he was looking from the same Jaladuta, and many lectures also Prabhupada mentions this, and in some purports also Prabhupada mentions that. So he says that this vast unlimited ocean is like the potency, unlimited potency of Supreme Bhagavan. And our intelligence and power is like the small ship. And Prabhupada even doesn't say that ship. He says this ship is looking like one small matchbox. Some tilting matchbox. And Prabhupada goes further one more step and says that even that matchbox also cannot be compared. Our intelligence is very, 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 very minute. Therefore, Brahma, even with 4 heads, that means 4 brains, he was not able to understand what is going on. So then, Lord, he mercifully, in this verse we are seeing, what Lord does, in the purport, Prabhupada writes, before he could come to a conclusion, he saw this immediate transformation. Because Brahma was thinking, what's going on, let me try to understand. But nothing. He couldn't do anything. So Lord, out of his mercy, out of his compassion for Brahma, he is now revealing him. So this is what happens to us also in any situation we are. If some intelligent ideas pops up, then immediately you will start thinking, it's me doing. But it's actually Lord. If Lord wants to reveal to you something, if Lord wants to give you some intelligence, then only you can know that, you can understand that, you can act upon that. So that's what we are seeing in Brahma's case now. So Lord himself wanted to show, so therefore Brahma is witnessing something really amazing. What's Brahma is witnessing? Pashyato jasya tatkshanat. Immediately Brahma saw tavat sarve, all vatsa palaha, all these calves and vatsa palaha, the boys who are taking care of them, tending them. What's happening? Vyadrishyanta ghanashyama. They were seen ghanashyama and also pita kausheya vasasaha. So that means, let's see the translation. They all immediately appeared to have complexions the color of bluish rain clouds and to be dressed in yellow silken garments. So now when some ordinary person from material world or anybody, normally when they read this, then they may not understand what is this all about. But Brahma, being the knower of all 4 Vedas, at least when he heard this, immediately he could understand what this is all about. Prabhupada writes in the purport that when Brahma was contemplating, all the calves and cowherd boys immediately transformed into Vishnu Murtis. So Brahma could immediately understand that this Ghanashyama and Pita Kausheya Vasasaha, these both things are symptoms of Bhagavan. Just like to identify everyone, each and every one of us, we have certain characteristics, certain symptoms, certain identifications. So similarly, Bhagavan also has. Last Sunday we were discussing in evening class when Krishna is describing about Stita Prajna. First question Arjuna asks is Stita Prajnasya ka bhasha. What is the symptom of Stita Prajna? So there are certain symptoms even in material world also we can see. For example, when you apply for some Aadhaar card, when you apply for some passport or some PAN card, there will be one box to fill up, identification mark. So I used to write, I have a scar on my right side, below right eye and above right cheek. So like, certain identification marks are there. Similarly for Lord, to identify Him, certain identification marks are given throughout scriptures. And most commonly given is Ghanashyama. Dark, bluish, rain clouds resembling that color. If we see in so many places, daily morning we are also singing Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dhalaya Daksham Barhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam. Samasita. So Lord is same, this bluish, dark bluish, rainy cloud color form He has. And in the fourth canto also we can see when Dhruva Maharaj, when he went when he was looking out for Supreme Lord in the forest, after hearing from his mother, Narada Muni comes, and then Narada Muni, after testing, after doing all the tests, different tests, after giving so many tests to Dhruva, then finally Narada Muni gives him the process of meditating on Supreme Lord. So that by that you will be able to see the Lord. So when Narada Muni is giving that process, there Narada Muni is telling him, when you are meditating, you should know what you are supposed to meditate on. So Narada Muni is describing how to meditate on Supreme Lord, and Narada Muni describes the form of the Supreme Lord there. So in the fourth canto there, Narada Muni says, Shrivatsam Ghanashyamam Purusham Vanamalikam Shankha Chakra Gada Padmair Avyaktam how it goes, Chaturbhujam. This is what the description of Supreme Lord Narada Muni gives. So first line goes like Shrivatsam Ghanashyamam. There also same, this Ghanashyama is given. And those other identification marks like Shrivatsa. And the next line he says, Purusham, he is male. Lord is male. And whenever he needs, he can take female form also. But Lord is male, Purusham. Purusham Vanamalikam. He has garlands made up of forest flowers. Shankha Chakra Gada Padmair Avyaktam Chaturbhujam. Something like that. So he manifests in Chaturbhuja form with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. So these are the identification marks, and in today's verse we are seeing that one of the identification mark of Ghanashyama, and in the further next verses you will see the other identification marks also revealed. So Brahma immediately after seeing this, he understood. So these all are Vishnu Murtis. So still Brahma is witnessing, but we know Prabhupada in the purport, he immediately, he clarifies that doubt, that Brahma knows that these all are Vishnu Murtis. So that at least now Brahma can feel, till now I was thinking what is going on. How the same set of boys I am seeing down, seeing there, I took them, how they came down. Brahma was he was completely puzzled. Now Brahma is thinking, in Tamil we say, something. So Brahma thought, now it's at least clear to me what's going on. The first set of boys whom I took, they are still there. And these are second set of boys whom Krishna expanded himself into. So Brahma was thinking, at least now I am clear. But sorry Brahma, you are not. Even after the end of the pastimes, Brahma will not be clear. We have already seen that in the previous, I think 20-30 verses before itself this was explained. And devotees would have explained also. But still. So because Brahma was thinking, that I kept one set of boys there and these are second set of boys expanded by Krishna. But no. Acharyas and Prabhupada also explained that there were 3 sets of boys and cows, not 2. Because all the cowherd boys and calves, they are eternal associates of Krishna. There is no way for any materially embodied person to touch them. So how Brahma, though he can be, Prabhupada writes in that purport, though he can be born from lotus of Bhagavan, but still he is a material living entity. He cannot touch them. So what happens actually, even before Brahma coming into this drama, coming into the stage, Krishna sets up the stage for Brahma to act. What Krishna does, even before Brahma entering into the scene, Krishna takes all these original cows and cowherd boys and the calves, he puts them into Yoga Maya, he makes them to sleep in one place safely. And he creates a second set of calves and cowherd boys, Maya form of them. And when Brahma comes, he steals this Maya form of cowherd boys and calves. Then later when Brahma is looking at this today's form, these are third set of the calves and cowherd boys. So Brahma actually, I think till date, Brahma doesn't know this. Brahma is thinking only two sets, and Acharyas, they are explaining us this. Therefore we know that. So Brahma is completely stunned to see this, that Krishna in this verse, as we are seeing, when he is seeing that Ghanashyama, Pita, Kaushaya, Vasasaha, all these boys are expansions of Lord, it's really surprising thing, correct? We can imagine how fortunate these cowherd boys and calves should be, because Krishna himself has expanded as them. Krishna himself is imitating as them. This shows how much affection Krishna has for them. And not only during this time, Krishna is time to time showing how fortunate they are and how much affection he has for them. Even in the previous chapter, if you see this very famous verse where the position of the cowherd boys are narrated by Shukadeva Goswami, there he says that, what is it? What is it? Krishna? What is the statement? Krita Punya Punja. So how fortunate their position is, he is telling. Nobody can achieve that position. Really rare. Krita Punya Punja. So fortunate they are, even before this expansions, before Brahma coming into the scene. Already there is another incident where Krishna is displaying how fortunate really these cowherd boys are. See, before Brahma coming into the scene, they all were sitting in lotus formation and they were taking their lunch. At that time, suddenly what happens? All these calves, they disappeared. They went deep into the forest. And immediately the picnic turns into panic. They all came for picnic and now they all are in panic. All the cowherd boys, they're thinking, what happened? What happened? Where these calves went? What will happen to them? Then immediately what Krishna did? He told them, you just relax. You go on taking your prasadam, lunch. I will go personally. I will find them and bring them back. So now there are so many things in this one statement when Krishna says, I will go personally and bring them back. One thing is, when Krishna says he is going to do something personally, then there is nothing to fear for. So now cowherd boys, they can very very peacefully, calmly, they can take their lunch. But another thing is, this also shows how fortunate these cowherd boys are. Because normally we know Supreme Lord, what scriptures is describing, Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Lord has nothing to do personally. If he wants to do something, if he wants to perform something, samascha vyadika, how it goes, Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natas chamascha vyadikascha drishyate, parasya shaktir shruyate, vividaiva shruyate. So when Lord wants to perform something, there are unlimited potencies are waiting to do those acts. Lord has nothing to do personally. But here, Lord is personally walking, running, searching after these calves. Shukadeva Goswami narrates, Lord is searching in mountains. Lord is searching in mountain caves. Lord is searching in bushes. Searching everywhere for the calves. This is not drama. Actually, Lord is really searching for them. Personally. Why? He wanted to pacify these cowherd boys, whom he loves so much. See then how fortunate these boys should be. Then next thing we are seeing that Lord is expanding as them. Expanding as each and every cowherd boy, expanding as each and every calves, and imitating exactly like them. See, even us also normally we can see when we love someone, when we really are attracted to someone, we try to imitate like them, right? Especially from small kids, we can see that. Kids are attracted to cartoons. So when I was a small kid, I'm 30 now, so that means I was a small kid long back. So at that time, this Shaktiman was famous. So everybody, Shaktiman, put one hand up and then rotate, thinking that we will also spin and then fly from one place to another. Try to imitate. And I remember even going to one Saturday, every Saturday you can have color dress. So I was wearing Shaktiman dress and going to school. So kids are mad after like that, no? After a few years, this Power Rangers was famous. So they used to imitate that. And for girls, they have Barbie, they have Dora, so many things. They used to imitate. They used to do exactly like them. And when you are grown up, you want to imitate like super film stars, cricketers, like that. This shows how much you are attracted to them, and you want to exactly imitate, do mimicry, like them, their voices, their styles, everything. And here we are seeing Krishna is exactly imitating, exactly mimicking, exactly resembling like these cowherd boys and calves. Such affection he has for them. And not only that, he is even acting like the tiffin boxes. Because when Krishna stole the calves and the cowherd boys, Brahma, when he stole the cowherd boys and the calves, Brahma didn't even leave their tiffin boxes. Brahma stole their tiffin boxes also with them. And actually, there's another interesting thing. See, when Krishna went for searching all these calves to the mountains, mountain caves, everywhere, when he went for searching, he couldn't find. So really Krishna was disturbed. So he comes back to see the cowherd boys, and he's completely shocked. Because now he can't see even the cowherd boys also. So first thing comes to his mind is he's thinking, maybe they have gone back to Vrindavan. No, it's not possible. Lunchtime, noon time, without me, they will not go back. That is not for sure. Then he thinks, but I don't see their lunch boxes also. They were, all boxes were opened, they were kind of about to eat. Is that maybe because I took long time to come back, so they packed all their tiffin boxes and they are looking for me somewhere else. So better let me immediately look for them. See, this is not dramatic performance by Krishna, just like how he's acting in front of Brahma. This is really, Krishna is thinking really out of, Acharyas explain, out of outpouring affection. Krishna is completely disturbed mentally. He's out of control. He's thinking, what's going on? Then, when Krishna really wanted to find out where the calves and cowherd boys were, then his Jnana Shakti appears in front of Krishna, humbly, slowly. Then she reveals everything to Lord. Till that, she is standing in the side and witnessing what Lord is performing very nicely. When Lord really intensely desired to find them, then Ichcha Shakti gave the way for Jnana Shakti to enter inside, and then Krishna, okay, Brahma, these are your tricks. Okay, don't worry. Now you will see my tricks. Then Krishna expands into everyone exactly resembling them. Very nicely, Shukadeva Goswami narrates that also in this chapter. He says, Yavad Vatsapa. Yavat Vatsapa. Exactly Krishna expanded as Vatsapa, cowherd boys. Yavat Vatsaka. He exactly expanded resembling calves. Exactly means how? Shukadeva Goswami explains that also. Yavat Vatsaka Alpaka Vapuha. Vapuha means body, skin. Alpaka, very, very soft. So just like how those calves, they have very soft, tender bodies, Krishna expanded into them. Then what about the cowherd boys? That also Shukadeva Goswami says. Yavat Kara Angri Adikam. So he expanded into exactly resembling their limbs, their hands, their feet, everything. Then Shukadeva Goswami goes one more step and he says, not only cowherd boys and calves, Yavat Yashti, and then how it goes, Yashti, I will go to the verse, long back. Yashti Vikara something. Very nicely Shukadeva Goswami says that. word I was always forgetting, and now also I forgot. That's the. I think I have to go long back. Okay, anyway, 15 minutes. Yavat. Yavat Yashti Vishana. Yavat Yashti Vishana Venu Dhalashik. Shukadev Goswami says like this. Yavat Yashti. Yashti means stick. So, cowherd boys were using sticks for tending the calves. So, Krishna expanded exactly as the sticks how every cowherd boys had. See, you know, when you are tending calves, some boys used to tend the calves in different way. Another boy will tend the calf in different way. That means some of their stick would be bent, some will be, different shapes. Krishna exactly expanded resembling them. Yavad Yashti. Then what was that saying? Again I forgot the word. Vishana. Vishana means horns, bugles. Everybody had their own horns, bugles to make beautiful musical sounds. So Krishna exactly expanded as them. Then Venu Dhala. Venu Dhala, flutes made from bamboo tree, bamboo sticks. Krishna exactly expanded as that. And finally he says Venu Dhala Shik. Shik means lunch boxes. And if you see some narrations before that, when they all opened their lunch box, when they all were taking, everything was different. The way how their lunch box was looking and the way how they were taking their plates. Some description goes like some boys they had plates. Some boys they were taking from the tiffin boxes. Some boys they were taking on some flowers. Some were in some leaves. Some were on top of stones. So like that, even how they brought their lunch descriptions also given. So Krishna exactly expanded into their lunch boxes also. As their lunch boxes also. So how amazing it is. And this one more connection also, interesting connection is also here, that when I was reading this Yavad Yashti, this all 5 things were given. If we remember when this picnic began, when Krishna started the day, this starts in the previous chapter, killing of Akasura, the 12th chapter. When Krishna started for the picnic, that time Shukadev Goswami gives the narration that morning Krishna woke up very early and he came out, and when he came out he took unlimited number of calves, and that word asankhya was given, and exactly fortunately I was giving class on that. So, and we had a lot of discussion in that. From that word asankhya, Prabhupada and Acharyas they were explaining, not only the calves of Krishna, asankhya number of cowherd boys came, and asankhya number of calves those cowherd boys had. These many descriptions were there. Then interestingly, Shukadev Goswami in the next verse, he says, when the cowherd boys came out with the calves, he had Yashti, Vishara, Venudala, Shik. The same words, that they had sticks, they had horns, they had their flute made of bamboos, they had their lunch boxes. This is what the description in the beginning of the day Shukadev Goswami gives. When Krishna came, with Krishna, cowherd boys were there, calves were there, sticks were there, horns were there, flutes were there, and lunch boxes were there. And in this chapter, Shukadev Goswami is mentioning each and every one of them, and then saying Krishna actually expanded into all. So that much, Krishna showed his power to Brahma. And Brahma is witnessing that now, and Brahma will be witnessing further much more surprises are awaiting for Brahma. Krishna doesn't stop with this surprise. We will see that. Again Brahma will see Krishna searching for calves and cowherd boys. So we will come to that later again. Don't want to spoil the surprise which Krishna is going to throw after some verses. So this is what, with our limited intelligence, when we try to test, or when we try to outsmart someone who is really far above us, we may try to outsmart our temple commander, we may try to outsmart our authority, our guru, even Bhagavan, then we will be fooled at the end. We will be outsmarted. Recently I was hearing one pastime, that will just conclude, 2 minutes are there. So, Shrutagirti Prabhu, he narrated one incident that we know that Prabhupada likes sweets. So whenever Prabhupada comes to Calcutta, devotees, they will get some sweets for him, especially his sister. She will bring some sweets, and especially she will bring some milk sweets from KC Das shop in boxes. And whenever Prabhupada distributes that, Shrutakirti Prabhu says, when he took that for the first time, then only he realized that till now in my life I never tasted any proper dish at all. This is the first time I'm eating some dish properly. So he also had long desire, for getting more sweets from that. So he is saying, I was always having the desire. So one day what happens, Shrutakirti Prabhu comes and opens the box, and he sees the box with sweets is full of ants. So he immediately thinks, okay, today there is opportunity for me. So I will somehow try to get these sweets today. So he wanted to outsmart Prabhupada by some way. So he narrates like that. So he says that what he did, he went to Prabhupada and he said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, see this sweet box, they are full of ants. Thinking that, no, Prabhupada will tell, okay, better you distribute now, don't keep it for a long time, distribute, then he will also get. So he was thinking like that. But finally he was outsmarted by Prabhupada. We know, that's what Prabhupada does every time. So Prabhupada, what he replied when Shrutakirti Prabhu said? So Shrutakirti Prabhu said like this, Prabhupada, this sweet box, they are full of ants. Then Prabhupada responded, it's okay, they don't eat much sweets. So then, he was completely thinking, oh God, what's going on? Then Prabhupada didn't distribute that day. So when he narrates, it's really very nicely he says that. When he told Prabhupada, then Prabhupada said, don't worry, they don't eat much sweets. So this is what happens when we try to outsmart, when we try to be, great, when we try to show our intelligence, we become insignificant in front of their unlimited power and intelligence. So Hare Krishna. So these are the few things I was thought of discussing from this verse, and much more. Brahma is going to see how these all are Vishnu Murtis, and then Brahma with 4 hits, what he is scratching now, with all those 4 hits, finally he will surrender to Lord. So better for us if we surrender from the beginning itself. So then we will be on the cowherd boys side. We'll be playing with Krishna instead of playing with fire like Brahma. Hare Krishna. So any time up, if any correction comments.